for a Q&A, little girl. Time for a Q&A.
Is it really?
Time for a Q&A, little boy. Time for a Q&A.
Is that really?
Hi, welcome back to our stupid reactions, idiots. I'm Corbin.
I'm Ashley.
I'm Rick. Nice to meet you.
And it's fall time. It's the Twitter. Juicy content.
It's so juicy.
And this is Think versus Fish on False from Fish Twitter. This is the second Q&A I think we've done.
Questions.
I think we did one at 50,000, and that was it.
I think you're right.
We've done lives, but
And that's been a while.
Questions.
some people don't like lives because a lot of it is just, it goes so fast, one, we can't see it.
We can't see it. It flies too
just like-
fast.
And a
it's
lot of them are just
redundant.
recommendations
Right.
and stuff like that. So people
Please
actually,
react to-
I asked on Twitter, like, would you rather us do a Q&A or live? And some people said a Q&A. And so I asked people
Here we
on
are.
Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube to send us some questions.
Sure.
And Ashley's here. So we're just going to answer them to our best of our ability. If we don't like the question, we're not going to answer it. So that's it.
Sorry about it.
How did we think to start this channel? We had a channel. It was about 1,800 subscribers in January that we've been doing for about 2 months before that. One of our subscribers said we should react to this trailer called Gully Boy.
And they did.
And at the time, we were only doing what we knew, which was Hollywood films.
Yeah. And so we did it, and then that blew up, and the rest is history.
Here we are.
That's how it kind of almost happened by accident.
I was thinking
Yeah.
last night how a year ago, I didn't even know reaction channels existed.
Yeah.
Look at you now.
When you come to India, what food will you want to try first?
Watch foods? All of it. All at once. Shove it in.
There's some delicious Mumbai street food that I've seen that looks really cool and unique.
In all sincerity, you know what's the very first thing that comes to my mind is I want to have a glass of chai. Like the
Oh, yeah,
Oh.
chai would be delicious.
That'd be
yeah,
good.
I want to know what you guys are having all the
I
time.
kind of just want a non-spicy. Somebody to take me to their house and just make food for us, which tons of people
And
have
I want
offered.
spicy.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Bring
You're
on
gonna
the
have to-
bring
No
on the spice.
spice.
You're gonna have to be nice to me and make a non-spicy meal.
Literally make it like you're making it for a baby.
Less than a baby.
Less than a baby.
How has your impression of India changed from the past?
I'll tell you what, right now,
Uh-huh.
I don't do Indian impressions, and that's a pun intended. I used to do in my
Made it a joke.
no seriously
Okay.
in all of my improv people that I do. One of them I used to do was just like this Indian gentleman who spoke with an Indian accent. I cannot
Kind
do
of like
it.
The Simpsons.
I cannot do it anymore.
It's honestly that I'm just aware now. Because before I was like India, religious, Gandhi. I believe they're a peaceful people, and that's basically what I knew.
Yeah.
Honestly, I've loved India for a long time. Like because I've been connected to yoga,
yoga,
and all of
yeah.
that stuff. I've just been. It's always been something
She's
that
more
I'm
insightful
super
than us.
interested.
Why is Corbin so scared to tell his wife's name?
He's not scared.
I'm not.
He's not
It's
scared.
really
at all.
a joke, guys.
It is a
Right,
joke.
Calm down.
I do like my privacy and my family's privacy, and she's not on not because I don't want her on.
Exactly.
She's on because
She
she's
doesn't
want
very
to be.
shy.
She's shy and doesn't really want to be on, but you've seen behind the scenes and other things, she's completely fine with being on. She just doesn't want to be featured in any way.
She doesn't want to sit here with us
But
and do this.
and I will say
It's
as
really just a joke about don't talk about my wife. It's really.
but
nothing.
a lesson he would never talk about that is really good for all you husbands out there. This man prioritizes his wife the way a man should prioritize his wife. He makes sure he has Fridays and Saturdays with her. Everything they do about their life is kept very, very private and to themselves, and it's nobody else's business. And so
don't
Go,
talk about my
Corbin.
privacy, please.
that's it.
For Ashley.
Yes. How proud are you to have a dad who is so knowledgeable and is open to absorbing new ideas? And how much has he influenced your outlook on life?
Should I leave the room?
No, it's fine. I don't know if I've ever. I
Been
don't
proud
know.
of your father?
No, I don't think I would ever describe it as I'm proud because he's knowledgeable and open.
Yeah.
But I love that he is knowledgeable and open. Yeah,
Like
I
we
know
know.
that my sister and brother and I are very blessed to have a dad who is so involved in our life and just he is open to absorbing new ideas and not stuck in certain things. So it's wonderful, but it's not anything that is new to me. It's new to you guys because you're just getting introduced to him and this is a new person. But for me, this is all I've ever known.
What is one thing that Bollywood has that Hollywood doesn't? Well, obviously a bunch of musical numbers.
Big B.
That's true. Until recently, they've had strong female roles for far longer than Hollywood has.
Yeah.
And for sure, in your history, I mean, we are like a compared to the history of India. You know, we're a baby country compared to everybody else anyway. But I would agree. We noticed that right off the bat was this, not just in the films themselves, but in the stories and the history and the mythology that comes out of India for centuries and millennia. Women play key roles.
When are you guys going to collab with Jabby? Me and Jabby talk quite often, and it's going to happen eventually. We are both very busy. It's almost happened multiple times. It's just like when he's free, we're
not free.
And we live very close together, so it's going to happen. We just don't. There's no specific
Finding the time.
Yeah. And we also want it to be like a good, like, collaboration.
Yeah.
Not just like, hey, we're together.
Yeah, I honestly don't want it to just be, hey, we're in reaction with him now.
Right.
Hey, we're in reaction. I
want
want
it to be something
want it to be special.
more than that.
Yeah.
So, but just know it's in the works. There's no specific time.
Did you guys run out of Indian food over there? No.
Well, no, but
We
we
did.
we don't have a lot of regional representation. The majority of Indian food we've discovered here in Los Angeles is North Indian.
North Indian.
Yeah.
North Indian food. So we don't get regional food here. So anywhere we go, we're gonna get the same stuff. Unfortunately,
Yeah.
we don't know about the
I'm
representation.
going,
of all
and
of
also, it's been very busy. I just haven't had time, but to do a food video. Hopefully we're getting to one soon. I'm sorry. Please react to Barely Speaking. I believe this is also on another thing, people wanting us to react to TVF content. TVF, I have talked to them. They have not given us permission. They said no to certain series like Barely Speaking, Pictures, all those other. If they're a series, they have not given us permission to react to it. Same with Jabby. I mean, it's just because they have contracts with certain, I think, networks now.
Right.
So they're not going to allow us to watch it on our channel. That's why it hasn't been here, because I'm not going to lose the channel off of
It's not
getting
worth
the
it.
copyright.
Or do a huge amount of work only to not even be able to post it.
Yeah.
Maybe one day they'll be on Patreon.
Maybe.
Question to Ashley.
You once posted on Instagram that you will start your own YouTube channel. So do you want to do it in the future? If yes, what would it be? By the way, I would like to see you teach yoga and some lessons on oil.
Heck
I
yeah.
know you're in oil enthusiast. I've had a lot
She
of
can
people.
talk about those.
Yes, I can talk about those things. I have had a lot of people ask me to teach yoga. And I've talked with Dad about this, that I don't feel comfortable teaching yoga because I'm not a certified yoga instructor.
Yet.
Yes. So at this point, I don't, because I am not
You could
qualified
just
for that.
do yoga,
I
not
could.
teach yoga.
Yeah, as far as teaching it, until I am certified in that, I don't want to overstep that because there are people who put in so many hours of work and studying. I don't want to disrespect that.
Yes, if you want
It's
to
a
talk to
whole
her
thing,
about
man.
oils,
I know so much. I'm a walking encyclopedia, basically.
That's true. Corbin, what does your key mean? Well, you'll never know. But do you think mainstream India films are over-dramatized?
they're over dramatized.
Sorry. Some are.
100% some are.
Yeah.
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 Especially older ones.
Especially older ones, and some
But
where we
that's-
know done on purpose, like Devdas, it was
But
intentionally over
That's true in
dramatized.
Hollywood
Older
too.
Hollywood films are over-dramatized.
Yeah, but I would say as a whole, in the current realm,
They're getting
it's a mix.
more kind of realistic, like Pink.
100%.
Like Kabir Singh. Like it's
Yeah,
it's
and
not just
when they say mainstream Indian films, for us, we know that for the majority of people, it means
Bollywood.
Bollywood or
No.
it means Hindi-speaking films. We have to make that differentiation when we're looking at Indian film because that's what is going on with you guys. But I feel very much like I think Amitabh Bachchan does, in that anything that comes out of India, we consider to be an Indian film, and I really would like to see much more representation internationally and respect for some of the beautiful work we've seen coming out of South India and out of Bengal.
I want to see Rick's younger photo with full head of hair.
Yeah, well,
Hashtag
I know.
handsome.
But wait,
Okay. Rick will have sent me one by this time.
Yeah, and it's funny. I mean, yeah, I've got your standard normal, what they call male pattern baldness, but I'm not Jack Nicholson, guys. I'm not, you know.
Are you now?
You
Yeah.
still got some hairs on there.
I've got quite a few
Don't
for
pull
50
too hard.
years old. And, yeah,
Who's your favorite actor, actress in Bollywood right now?
it's hard.
This was a lot easier right when we started.
Who?
Oh, well, I love Big B. I
love
love
Big
that.
B.
I have not seen all of the ones that you've seen, but what I've seen of him, oh my goodness, so good.
His young stuff is really
Yeah. Ranveer, love him.
I love
Yeah.
Ranveer.
And Deepika, I love her. I think that she is so good.
And there's a difference between favorite and best.
Yes.
Yes.
There's a
For
big
sure.
there's a big difference.
Big difference.
Because like I've always been a huge fan of Johnny Depp. I think, and he's a great actor. I'm not saying he's not a great actor. And at certain times in his career, he has been the best at certain points.
Yes.
Yep.
But right, I mean, currently, no, he's not the best. But he's one
Still
of
a
my
favorite.
favorite actors. Nawaz,
Yeah, I knew
Ranveer,
Nawaz would come.
Shahid. I mean, I love Rajkumar.
Rajkumar Rao.
I just haven't seen enough of him yet.
Yeah.
I think those others would be ahead of for me. And then female, Deepika, Adishri Devi.
Here, okay, so for American film, for example, my favorite actor, not the best practitioner of the craft, but my favorite was Robin Williams. The greatest practitioner of the craft I've ever seen in any place in my life is Daniel Day-Lewis. And so I have that, again, the favorite and the greatest. For me, what I've seen so far, I would say there's a very special place in my heart for Amir Khan.
And I love Amir Khan.
And the first few films we saw and the kinds of films that he does are so Tom Hanks, and they're the kind that deeply, I mean, I bawled my eyes out in 3 of his films. They were so personally touching and beautiful, beautiful movies. And I love the simplicity of him being just who he is, and I find him to be a lovable, lovable person. But then as far as practitioners, I go, you know, we've talked about Nawazuddin, we've talked about, I'm going to combine men and women as well. I think I love Kalki, I love Deepika. My favorite thus far has still been Priyanka, as far as what I think the depth is of that woman. But for
Which
me,
I haven't seen all of the ones
yeah,
I've seen.
I think thus far the quintessential film actor I've seen out of India that to me epitomizes the weightiness and the depth of a great screen actor is Amitabh Bachchan.
Are we going to have small sketches from you on either of your channels?
Oh, on my channel for sure. Once I have the time to do it, I just don't have the time to do it. I'm still an Uber driver in addition to doing this channel.
I would love to be able to do skits. That takes time.
Yep.
Time I don't have right now.
If you could add some hours to the day, then
If somebody wants to
100%.
send me a little skit script, I wouldn't.
I mean, I regularly see things that we've seen where I'm like, dang, I want to do that monologue. And I've seen some recently in Stranger Things and Deadwood. I would say Deadpool, Deadwood,
That too.
and Westworld monologues I would love to reenact. It's just the amount of time it takes to memorize a script, shoot the stuff. We'll get there, but not this year.
There are some stuff in the works.
Yeah,
there
not
are
this year.
some stuff. Have you attempted to do interviews with somebody?
Yes!
Yes, we have.
We have, and we will.
We will.
hope.
It's coming.
There are some in the works. I'm not going to tell you who they are, obviously, but there are some. It takes time and planning.
Yeah.
If it's like an
And
actor.
permission.
Time planning,
Sometimes
permission.
it takes money. Sometimes, so it depends. But yeah, of course, we would love to
It's coming.
interview certain people. Which Hogwarts house are each of you in? Slytherin, Gryffindor?
Yes,
Hufflepuff.
Gryffindor.
Correct?
Yep.
Yeah. Has there been any time the age gap between you and Rick affected your friendship? I don't know if the age did.
No, but no.
No?
The age never did.
No.
Ever.
No.
No, the age never does.
No, that's silly.
That's very silly. No.
An age, no.
Other things have, but
Yeah.
we're the kind of guys who can like be really pissed off at each other and in 5 seconds be fine.
Like, I'm pissed off at him right now. What's your favorite genre in movies?
Oh, that's a good question.
that
What's your
is-
favorite genre?
That is hard.
It's very, very
It
difficult.
just, I mean,
It depends on my mood.
Of course, I mean, I appreciate. My favorite thing is just watching good acting, so I
Yep.
can watch that almost in any genre.
Exactly.
I don't like horror movies. That's my thing.
Right, and clarify because I think you're exactly like me.
I like thrillers. I like
And
things
we like
that are
scary.
but I
don't
don't
like it.
want just like straight up horror. Like just everybody scream all the time. Oh, don't open the closet. They open the closet.
Yeah, brainless
Like-
or anything demonic or with related to the devil.
Horrors are getting better with Jordan Peele. I think he's changing the game.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
So that's great. Why don't you guys vlog more on this channel?
This ain't a vlog channel.
Time, and it's not a vlog channel, it's a reaction channel.
Yeah. We do sometimes when there's certain things that I think people would be interested in.
Yeah.
But I don't think people would be interested in just watching me edit all day. Why did you both leave acting?
No one has
We
left
haven't
acting.
left acting, folks.
I still act.
And all three of us are actors. In case you didn't know, this is one heck of an actress right here. So we are all still with every dream and desire we've ever had for
It's all
acting
still there.
careers,
None of us
and
have
would
walked
love
away.
to see that
And there-
go with the channel right like that.
There's a question that said, would you like to act in Bollywood films? 100%.
Yes.
It would be an honor.
Acting is acting.
Acting is acting, and to be working
Doesn't
with
matter
these people
what it is.
who are creating what we're seeing would be an absolute honor.
I did see, what do you think about nepotism?
Oh, it exists.
Oh yeah. And I think they said also, do you think they deserve the criticism? It depends. If they're a good actor, then I don't really care, honestly, too much.
And I'd like to know what kind of things they have in place. I've used this example before, I won't wax long on it, but when I was directing The Miracle Worker, Ashley wanted to play Helen Keller. And I immediately was cautious of the fact that I was the dad, and she was the daughter, and I was the director and the one doing the casting. So what I did is I brought together a team of 5 other people to do the casting with me, specifically telling them, I know she's good, but I know I can't be unbiased when I watch her. I know that I cared about the craft more than any particular actor, but it's my freaking daughter. So you guys need to be here and give me input. And the casting choice was, all of them said, she's Helen. I said, I know she is. You agree? And they said, yeah. So I don't know what kind of practices they put in place there.
Yeah. So it's not only Bollywood
And-
that nepotism.
no,
It's all over the place.
It's everywhere.
It is everywhere, and most people obviously aren't that, they don't fall into a category where they would be that intentional about it. Let's face it, there's a lot of people in the industry, both in India and in Hollywood, who the only reason they're in it is because they know someone or have a family member, and that's it.
That's
And
most of the people.
And there's better actors out there you'll never know existed because they didn't know the right people.
Yeah. That's what it is. I
Yeah,
mean, I
it
only
sucks.
I have a problem with nepotism.
It sucks.
When they're bad.
Yeah.
Like, it's offensive to me about nepotism when they're on screen and they're awful.
And they suck.
Exactly.
And you're like, why?
If you're good, I'm like, okay, cool,
Cool.
great. It's Ashley single. Ashley, are you single?
Nope. Married.
She said, Ashley, what do you think about getting married so young? But
Oh
I
my
think
gosh.
we all got married very young.
I was 20.
I was 20. I guess it just depends on each person. If you
Yeah.
feel like you
Yeah.
are mature enough for it and you are ready, great.
The amount of questions I get about this, I got one that was like, how dare you get married so young? I was
I
like,
know.
okay, let's everybody calm down.
Yeah. Yeah, the whole age thing, on which many of you, I don't know if you guys would know this, I've said it on other channels and stuff, is that I got married, but my wife and I are divorced. And the age difference, like she and I are 5.5 years, but Ashley and her husband are 10 years apart. Age,
For a year apart.
yeah,
Yeah, and-
a year apart. But age of when you get married, as well as the age of the person you're with, that number of biology has never made much sense to me.
It depends on your maturity and if you are ready. Do I think you should heavily think about not getting married young?
Yeah,
because
absolutely.
more times it doesn't
pros,
work out.
The pros definitely outweigh the cons to wait and mature and grow. But to
Yeah.
say that that's a carte blanche bad idea, I know people who got married very, very young and they're still together and they've been together years. So age as a
Married
barometer.
8 years.
He's
Yeah,
married 8 years.
age as a barometer for relationships has never made sense to me. I
Oh,
thought it was
I did see a good one. We can all answer this one. If there's one role in Bollywood or any film that we've seen that we would want to play, which role would it be?
You would be up for anything that Alia is in. You're the same type.
Yeah.
So anything
Well,
that Alia's done is a role that you would be
I
good
also
for.
would the role in black just because that's
Yeah,
so
that'd be great.
that's
Yeah.
so
That's a good one.
special to my
What
heart.
about you? I think I know off the bat immediately. Heather.
Header is way up there.
No.
There's a couple. I mean, Kabir Singh would be cool.
Kabir
but,
Singh.
I would want anything more of a character than that.
Mm-hmm.
So, honestly, I think there's 3. I think there's Ranveer's character in Pambavat. Whatever that character's name was.
Yeah.
So fun. That would be so fun.
Yeah.
Heather. And then, actually, Shahid's character in Uda Punjab too would be fun.
Mm-hmm.
But then also, either Bigby's role or the bad guy in Cholet would be really fun too.
Yeah, mine thus far would fall into either one of two categories. Like I would love to play PK, but I also would love to do anything I've seen Irfan do.
Yeah.
McBool, even his role in Header when he plays the ghost, and even, believe it or not, one of my favorite roles that I would have loved to have been in this film and just been in Irfan's role. I wouldn't want to replace him because he was great, but I would have loved to have been in Piku with the Pika and Big B. When I watched that film, I was like, I would so love to play that role.
Oh, also, there was another one. Sorry, one more. Who would you play in Game of Thrones? I remember this question from earlier. One character you played in Game of Thrones. Like
I would
yeah,
love to
you would play Khaleesi.
I think I'd...
Because there's the roles that you would like to play, but I always think about which one am I right for. I don't ever put myself in just any of the roles. I always think, what would I be cast as?
I know, that's the other thing where it's like...
Because that immediately limits so many of the options.
Yeah.
You know who mine is?
Ned.
Yeah, I would want to play Ned. 100% I'd want to be Ned Stark.
Yeah. I would be either Ramsay Bolton
100%.
or Reek.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I would want to play, what's his name? Greyjoy.
Yes.
Theon.
Yeah.
Because his arc is probably the biggest
So-
arc of
The
any
most
character.
beautiful arc of a character in Game of Thrones.
Goes,
Yeah. The truly
does.
great
So
character.
good.
Yeah, I love that role. So I would probably want to play him or Ramsay. I think Ramsay would be really fun too. Thank you so much for the questions. I don't know how long this video is. You do, because you're watching it now. So sorry if it's long. I don't know. But I hope you enjoyed it. I don't know what else to say here.
Ask us more questions. We'll keep
We'll
a,
answer them.
we'll keep a
Some-
log of them and we'll get back to them.
And some I will ignore.
Yep, especially if they're about you know who.